today is in the shed.
Oh, God, just all that stuff that was going on. They had us answering everybody, you know, no fire.
And those call takers are just gonna get beat
To me, that's the most, that was one of the records. He was saying, is you gotta have, they gotta be able to know, to get information and send that, they have to know.
Well, incident command is one thing, but somebody's feeding it out. I don't have any problem with you sitting there being commanded, but somebody else has got to sit there and disseminate that information.
Yeah, that was about the time I fell asleep.
That's why I said we're in charge of help.
Right.
And as big as it can be, I'm hanging on the wall.
So, right,
You can see it from your chair.
and that's what I was trying to get allude to, was the fact that, you know, everybody else that is at this place, got some tasks here. We're gonna be bringing people in off the street, you know, and, okay, you're a call taker. Well, that call taker better have some knowledge, not only debate, i.e. something involved.
Well, and I ran, you know, actually, she might have talked about, this is what your job is. The work charge for disseminating something's got to be done.
I'm not interested in television.
Because if it goes to the wrong person, it just simply slows the process. Doesn't mean you won't get it there. And that's what I said. I found out that Ariana was putting people in Hathaway. We hadn't procured any buildings.
Well, that's not good.
That's why we did it.
Grace, that's right.
Buzz over
To David's after that, I just got out of a meeting. I don't even know, I got the engine today.
Yeah, but it's regular meat. It's not doing well, but he's still, that's a problem. Shit.
Good to see you.
It could have been, you know, if that rain was further south, we could have the same thing that Seattle.
Yeah. So no, we've just been dodging a bullet.
Well, this time,
Jennifer?
You gonna give her a that over there?
and actually go in.
Good evening. Welcome to the Washington City Council workshop for December 13th, 2010. Jen, can you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Poston? Here. Councilmember Shoemaker?
Here?
Councilmember McDaniel?
Here.
Councilmember Delavar?
Oh, here.
Okay.
Councilmember Greenlee?
Here.
Councilmember Morris?
Here.
And Councilmember Russell?
Now, I talked to John on Saturday, and he said that he would not be able to be here this evening, so. With that, we are at a point to take public comment for anyone in the audience that would wish to address council.
Yeah, Don Bolin, 32934 Southeast 20th Street. I was here to talk about, I guess what Trevor's going to talk about, the Washougal, the WashDOT construction. And I was hoping there'd be more business people here to talk to you about the impact on their businesses and their employees. But I guess I got to preface, some of my comments are based on what I think you're going to say, because I don't know what you're going to say on this project. But since I've been here, I've listed some standard comments I've heard about projects. One is it's small potatoes, meaning that this is too small to worry about. Another one is we're too late. My concern about that is that it's only been 5 months since we've actually seen the final design. And there was a lot of opportunity to elicit business support. Let's see, oh, the other one, standard one, maybe you should number some of these. They've already given you all their input. And there's another final one that says, well, you just don't understand. And this is where you get sort of a standard lecture on how, if you really understood, you'd be for it. But probably and then there's the last one on my list is Well, we'd have to get out of line. And the implication being, if we get out of line, then we'll have to get into another line. And my only question there is, what happens when you find yourself in the wrong line? And I'm a citizen, I'm not a businessman, but I really hope what this does for the $55 million is support the Washougal businesses. And I don't know what's going to be presented, but if it supports, then everything I say is forget. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Any others, Larry?
This is, Larry Keister, Stitzelberger Road, rural Washougal. This is another issue where we don't know what the direction of the council, or we don't know what's going to be presented from WashDOT. So for us to make comments, we're guessing at the direction that you're going, which kind of leaves the citizens in the dark. And like Don said, the business community isn't here. I think that might be telling you something, that possibly the business community, which has a big stake in what happens with this development, and are we going to get passed by Highway 14? Although it will increase the flow of traffic, will it increase the flow of traffic past Starbucks, Quiznos, the hotel? You know, businesses that hire local citizens, they're not here possibly because they don't feel they have input. I think that's an important thing to look at. Are you leaving the community out? So again, please consider putting the public comment where you get some positive feedback rather than us guessing at the direction you're going to go.
Thank you, Larry. Hi, Bob.
Well, my name is Harry Bajari. I'm from the Best Western here in Washougal. And I don't know if it is too late to talk about this or not, but when I'm seeing at these plans that over here and this one ramp that approaches my hotel, coming from east, I see there's a ramp, but coming from west, from the Portland Vancouver area, there's only one ramp, off ramp, which is at the Union Station, which was, I think is going to impact my business a whole lot, because right now we are in a situation that we need heads in the beds, and by not having this off ramp on 2nd Street, I see that my occupancy is going to go down, and that's going to affect employments in the community, and also to stabilize my business. You know, I got a huge stake in this business, close to $8 million invested. I have built about 8 to 10 hotels in my lifetime. Everywhere I have gone, I did a market analysis study before I built a hotel. This is my first project. Unfortunately, I made a mistake. I should have done a feasibility study so that I would have known that there was something like this going to happen in this community. If that was the case, I would have probably, thought twice before I would have invested that much amount of money. So right now, what I'm looking at is, by not having an off-ramp over here,